Yes.
This is a meeting of Recreation and Amenities Committee on Monday, the 22nd of September, 2025. A reminder that this meeting is being recorded for publication on the YouTube channel. Apologies for absence.
Yes, we have apologies from councillors Adamantos, Cole, Cotton, Jeffrey, McCann.
Okay. Any declarations of interest? No. Minutes. Looking at the minutes of the meeting held on the 2nd of December 2024, does anyone have any comments? Good. Will we please have a proposer for the above minutes as an accurate record? And second, and no vote on the approve. You won't let him. Right. Or does anyone have any feedback on any matters arising from the previous meeting? I know it was a long time ago.
Councillor Lunn, just that the climate action plan, thank you to Justin, obviously we thanked them and the officers for their contribution. It whittled down into the nitty-gritty points that we needed to do, and it's really good. And obviously it links nicely into the district council's 3-2-1 bin. You know, it's all about the climate and making sure that we all do our bit. And yeah, and then also I've heard some good things about the hidden German cafes. That's really good. Having a chatty cafe so that grants obviously gone to some good use.
Excellent. Thank you. Any other comments? Income and expenditure. See the note income and expenditure for this committee budget for the financial year to date. Acting Town Clerk.
So this shows the accounts to the end of month 4, so the first third of the year. The only thing to note really is the increased water charges across all sites. I think this is the same for everybody at the moment, but a very dry summer leading to increased watering has increased charges across all the sites. So you will see that we are at 70% budget already in all of our halls. And the cemetery especially, because we had the new baby memorial garden installed, which had to be watered. All the new hedging, everything all had to be watered in. But the facilities manager has tested them for leaks. Obviously the allotments is used a lot as well because people usually have water butts. Water butts are all empty, so they're all using the troughs that we provide. But he has tested them for leaks just to double check, and everything is fine.
Good. Does anyone have any other comments?
Let's have a look. Oh, so some good. It looks like our income from the Moors Pavilion is good because we've 133%, which is great. It's nice. We're obviously getting some nice spending. Oh, income from that.
Yeah.
That's definitely. No, all good.
Anyone else? Any comments? I'll have a proposal to accept the reports.
Happy to propose.
Have a seconder. All the votes, please. Thank you. Item number 5. Approved works progress report. Receive and note progress report on previous above works. Town Clerk.
So I'm just going to get that up on everybody. So most of the works that have been approved by this committee to date are almost all complete now, which is good. We had the St Mary's churchyard benches were still we were still waiting to hear about, but the church has declined. Mainly due because of going to public consultation. It's not welcomed by close residents. The churchyard boundary wall project, the tree survey has been completed and the planning application has been submitted now. So that is also moving along. The box hedging on the Broadway Green was replaced with hardy bedding plants, which should come back next year. So it's still on the report at the moment to see if we were going to replace it with hedging, but I think we're going to just see how it comes back next year and make a decision later. The Dunstan Green car park scheme, the Park and Stride scheme, that's now in place for Francis Bailey School. And I believe all the others were already complete. The last, and having not met for a little while, there's nothing new.
Very good. May I ask when these drop off? Like obviously it's 23. Does it on 2 years just to keep it on there, or is it?
It would be what you would require, I suppose. We could make it now just because some of these go back to 2023.
Yep.
So we could reduce it now to just 2024 onwards.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Financial year.
That's good. Lots of work done.
Does anyone else have any more comments? Mark.
Can I just the Park and Stride scheme from Dunstan Green, has it been successful so far? On description.
Yeah, it's definitely being used. We've had some comments that there are a lot of more cars there than there used to be. So yes, it's really good.
Just keeping them off the A4 directly opposite Texaco.
Yes. Yeah.
Safety.
Good. Good. Just paramount.
Well, how is it also benefiting obviously the other car park near the chapel, and obviously it's keeping away from that, I'm guessing, as well.
And we have had an incident of people parking actually in the in the cemetery, which causes us problems if we have a 3 o'clock funeral. But people are very, very good at being asked to park somewhere else just for that moment.
Okay. Anyone have any comments? No. I have a proposal to set the reports. Mark. And a seconder. Can I have a vote, please?
Nice.
Thank you. All right, item number 6. Beverley Close footpath resurfacing. Consider a quote for the resurfacing of Beverley Close footpath. We have received a quote for resurfacing and ongoing maintenance of the footpath. Spend to be approved and actioned once the transfer of the land has been complete. Does anyone have any comments? Item number 6.
So we have an email here from our place manager, who's had quotes from our grounds maintenance, from TL to resurface the length of the footpath for £3,550. The other 2 charges are for the hard surface cleaning twice a year and litter picking once a week from our grounds maintenance contractor. So this is just to approve those costs so that once the transfer has taken place, that we're ready in a position to just go ahead.
Ben.
I think that's an excellent idea, and it'd be a really good remedy for all the residents, and it's
Yeah.
it will hopefully finally close that particular chapter of the ongoing saga.
Yes.
I'm pretty certain that George Lucas could have written a good saga about it with some music. But no, it is good. It's really good to see, obviously, the trust and the different councils working together. I think, I know they're not here, but councillors Cole and Cottenham have put some really good effort into this as well. So good.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I'm very pleased that this is coming to a conclusion. And I think that seems a reasonable quote to me. And I think that the key thing is that we should get this moving as quickly as possible now that we've gone through the legal elements.
Yeah.
The only request that the vendors made was that we didn't include additional street lighting in the resurfacing work.
Okay.
And as I see, there's no additional lighting there.
The cost for that.
Keep that too.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
yeah, I would certainly be in favour of moving that one forward.
Yeah, I think I am as well. It needs to be done, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyone else have any comments? Yeah. Can I have a proposer? Mark. And a seconder. Ben. Thank you. Vote, please. Thank you. Oh, right. Item number 7.
Is that relating to me?
Yes, it is. Speaker of sufficient space.
Thank you very much. So just as we all know, with the young people of the area, we see them on their bikes a lot, and they've not got many places to go other than the skate park. And even now they're using bikes up and down it, which isn't ideal.
No.
And even just coming into the council today, you're seeing them, using the bloody alleviation. They're kids. They're going to do it.
Yeah.
But we want to make sure there's somewhere safe.
Yeah.
So I've obviously done some research along with Officer James.
Yeah.
In seeing some companies that can do this. There's the one at Newbury. There's the one at Bucklebury. They're both different surfaces. We've looked at a space, which is in Seas Cross. There are various funding streams, National Lottery, Sport England, etc. We can go to, even the landfill tax, because we're within reach of that as well. And it would be part of a wider youth strategy.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why we need to get someone in to do a viability study is so we can see a cost. We need people to come here. So there's a cost of getting these people is £250 for one of the companies to come in and to so that would cover their travel costs. And if we chose them, then it would be taken off.
Oh,
But obviously we need to do due diligence and get a range of companies in to get their thoughts, and then it would come to a further council meeting for us to then agree what we would like. But we don't make the final decision on what it will look like, because we want to include the youngsters. We want to be like, I'll be good at it, my daughter could do it, but I think we need to involve the local youth residents, adults as well. Exactly. And that's what they will do. They've even said, as a company, one of the ones I spoke to, that they will be able to go into the schools, speak to the head teacher, Miss Rigg at Kennet. Obviously, you've got Trinity as well, but mainly Kennet, because it's right by their facility.
Yeah.
And they would absolutely open arms, because it will give them something to do.
Yeah.
So what I would like is for us to approve costs. Obviously, one of them is 250, but it's going to be around about that kind of figure to make sure we can get the companies in, do a feasibility study, and then they can go and give us some costs.
Okay.
That's what I propose.
You guys, Mark.
Thank you, Chair. Yeah, my only concern is the council members have been talking for some time about putting the body for the youth strategy together.
Yeah.
So bringing in interested parties from the schools, from the youth groups, from scouts, wherever, so that they can sit round and discuss, what their priorities would be in terms of youth facilities.
Yeah.
I know that the Trump track. Brilliant slip there. Pump track looks a very attractive proposition. but I just wonder in terms of the logical order of things, whether we should go full steam ahead to put the strategy group together, so that any decision on the priorities and the expenditure, even at feasibility level, can come from them. So that's very much an open and public view of how we should be moving forward.
Ben?
Yeah, no, I can certainly see that point. I think where I'm coming from is it'd be good to take to the table this is a cost
We've already got,
because that way they can go, oh, actually, rather than we then spend another month or two after a meeting getting a cost, we can at least have one thing to bring to the table, because I don't think the idea is not going to happen. So I think if it will happen, then it'd be part of the strategy. They'd be like, right, this is X, and they think, okay, how do we raise it? Where would it go? Why would we need it, etc. But actually, then the feasibility of how it would get done, then that would be, in opinion of a small cost incurred for something that is very high chance of happening.
right.
So whilst I do feel that a youth strategy definitely is needed, we need all those people. It'd just be nice to kind of go to the first meeting with, this is the first idea of what we want. So yeah,
I understand. Yeah. And it's not a huge amount of money.
no, and it's needed because these are the guys that need it. Yeah.
To confirm, the proposal is that one-off expenditure of £250.
So the £250 just for one.
Yeah, it's
You
one. It's good.
have to have three.
I think we need to have three for reasons, don't we? Procurement reasons.
So it's 250 for one. The other company is quoting 750.
Okay, so that's a cost. Thank you.
And then
We've got a
we
third.
have to find a third, which may be somewhere in the region of.
Yeah, and I did speak to them actually. Yeah, so then they would be. They are different companies coming from different, obviously, locations, and it's a £500 difference. But so we need to make sure that any decision tonight is happy for that.
So we want to do that first and then go to the community and see what they think.
Yeah, wow. I think get them in, get the quotes, and then that way we at least know this is the three quotes.
Yeah.
So
Can I just confirm then that if we make a decision on the feasibility study, that any results from that, that would be taken straight to the new
yes, I would
youth
hope
strategy
so. Yeah, it would have to be a decision.
body as part of their first kind of
Yes,
decision making
and I
process.
certainly would like to be part of that youth strategy, as I'm sure many of us would like to be.
Okay.
Sorry,
No,
the question is £250 is all we're proposing to spend within this meeting.
well, 250 for one company, obviously. Madam Clark has said about the 750 as well for a second company. Is that? So they've done their research as the officers and found the second company. Then the third one we haven't yet sourced.
So we're
It's in effect £1,000.
okay.
Okay.
I think that's well worth doing. Definitely. Okay.
Thank you very much. Site proposed, and I'd
Yeah.
like a second if possible.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Can we vote on it? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Item number 8. Broadway Millennium Monument additional inscriptions. Consider a recommendation from the Heritage Working Party to install additional inscriptions on the Millennium Monument in the Broadway. I think Mark's been dealing with this.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Yeah, I mean, it has been discussed in a couple of different places now. The proposals come from the Heritage Working Party, and I think it's passed through the Events Committee and onto RNA for a decision.
Yep.
The monument did need updating with local historical events, I think. As there hadn't been anything since 2012. The difficulty is, coming up with the right sort of events. We all aim to focus particularly on things that are of local interest, and certainly the FA Vars event and the reclaiming of the anniversary of it, are big local events from that point of view. Obviously, the events of 2022 and 2023 were of great historical importance, and the monument does reflect historical events as well. And I think that those are probably of a significant enough national level for those to be recorded on the monument as well. The proclamation of King Charles, of course, took place in the Broadway, so it's very much a local event. So yeah, after some discussion and debate, certainly at the Heritage Group, that was the list we came up with as a proposed update to the monument, and just looking for those inscription costs to be agreed.
Okay, so will that be brought to the next meeting, do you think, the costings?
Yes, so it is. Got a chisel.
Our events manager is asking for, if you support the inclusion of the inscriptions, then they will obtain costs and are requesting provision to be made in the next budget to then go ahead with them. So yes, so we could bring the quotes to the next meeting. But then plan to do it so we wouldn't be asking, they would be asking for any extra money this financial year.
So it'd be in the following financial.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Anyone else?
So propose, Chair.
Thank you. And
Seconded.
And can we have a vote, please? Thank you. Pond Lane, Summer Meadow, item number 9, to receive report and quotes from the place manager to create a new summer meadow area in Pond Lane open space. Acton Club.
Yes, we had a few issues at Pound Lane boundary over the last year, with a number of residents asking for opposing things. Some would like the vegetation removed from the fence line, others would like more planted along the fence line. And so I think what they decided, so they cut down, it highlighted, so sorry, they took back the hedge line, which then meant that the encroaching vegetation had damaged the old fence line. So the old fence line came down with the cutting back of the vegetation because it was so entrenched all as one. Yeah, so they were all, both supporting each other. So Mark and Councillor Adamantos met place manager and facilities manager down at Pound Lane. Along with a suggestion from Scofell, they've agreed to introduce a summer meadow along the fence line, which means the grass would grow longer. Let's see where the play area is. So it's just along the fence line of those houses there, to create a nice proper wildflower meadow, which means that the grass would grow, there'd be flowers there which would stop, well, hopefully make it a little bit more secure.
Okay.
So Scofell are our current grounds maintenance contractors. They have provided a quote, which I'll just up on the screen.
Nice.
So obviously it'll increase the biodiversity in the area for the bugs and things.
So it's good for the climate.
Yeah. And will look considerably nicer than just putting up another chain link fence. So the quote is to grade out and add soil to a cleared area of ground on the existing fence line, which will be approximately 68 metres long by 1.5 metres wide. They'll add soil, so wildflower seed mix, and the quote comes in at £1,100 and 70 pence. They have just I believe it's around this time of year that they would create it, but if they don't do it soon, it will be springtime. So the place manager is asking if you could approve the quote so that they can go ahead and
Get done.
install a summer meadow.
Okay, does anyone have any comments?
I've got a question. This would be a perennial flower meadow, it's not, it's a once a year.
No, it's not. So, and what they would do is come back every year because there are certain ways that the grass won't be cut with the mower the way that the rest of the summer meadow area is left. With the wildflowers, they leave it to die down, they let the seeds drop back into the ground, then they rake it off. Then they'll wait until springtime and then add more wildflower seed. And it should come back better every year.
Yes, as the town clerk said, I went down there with the place team and Councillor Adamantos, and yeah, I think this is definitely the best solution. It's quite a difficult area. There are fences and areas in between the fences. Some of them maintained by the householders, some of them left behind by the builders. It is difficult to come up with a solution that everybody's happy with there.
Yeah.
I think this would be a good investment. It would make that stretch considerably more attractive than it is at the moment. And as the town clerk said, also provide a little bit of security, as you know, the residents there had complained about people clambering over the fences. Obviously, there's not a lot we could do about that.
No.
But I think as long as the park is looking good and is an attractive place to walk and spend time, then I think people will treat it with a little bit of respect. Simultaneously, we're also replacing some of the benches in Pound Park. I think that will all help.
Okay, thank you. Good. Any other comments?
No, great idea.
Can we have a proposer? And a seconder? Ben?
Okay.
And can we have a vote? Yes.
Thank you.
With no other items for discussion, this meeting is now closed. Final comment on.